Hello and welcome to Brimwood Farm, and I'm going to get straight to the point. The aviary behind me is empty. All the cage and aviary birds are gone. I made a massive error. I don't want you guys to do the same thing, and I feel pretty terrible about the whole thing. So I was cleaning it out, went in, changed all the feeders and the drinkers. There are a couple of budgies flying around me. I didn't think anything of it. Came out, stepped out, and was waiting for the zebra finches to come out. I thought, you know, when I go into the aviary, normally everybody flies inside. I clean it all out, and then as soon as I've stepped out, that's when the finches and the doves and things come back out. So there was 2 diamond doves, there was 7 budgies, and there was probably about 20 zebra finches, so about 30 birds in all. Came out the aviary, shut the door, still only 3 budgies flying around. I was thinking, this is weird. So looked inside, and all the birds were gone. So having had garden invaders before and people coming in and stealing chickens and breaking into the shed before, I instantly thought, oh my god, somebody has come in the night, tiptoed their way through all the chickens and stolen all of my birds, apart from the 3 budgies that managed to escape outside. But that is super difficult. I just can't see how that would have been done. The shed door was shut. Trying to catch every single bird in an aviary without making any disturbances is just, especially here, would be so difficult, because there's 2 pop holes. The zebra finches are very flighty. At least some would have come out. Nothing at all. And so, you know, I couldn't work out what had happened. I went out, I bought loads of alarms, window alarms to put on doors. I really got upset. I really thought, we've had a burglar. They've come in just for the birds. They've managed to get everything apart from 3 budgies. And then a friend said to me, have you thought about rats? Up until that point, I hadn't. I know that we've got mice. I put mice traps down. I catch quite a few mice on a regular basis, but I hadn't thought about rats. I've never seen any. I've never seen any droppings. It hadn't crossed my mind. But on further sort of thought, I think it probably was rats, and I feel horrible because I was here on a Monday, so I go to work and I get home in the dark. So when I come out in the morning, I've got a head torch or a torch on. I quickly go around, I feed all my animals, I give them all water, I glance into the aviary behind me, and normally there's a few birds flying around. I don't go inside the shed and count every single bird because I haven't got time, and also I'd never be able to because they're in and out of the birds, so you never be able to count all of the birds. But on Monday, there were definitely the majority of the birds there. And then in the course of 4 days, a rat or several rats has come in and eaten everything apart from 3 birds. I feel dreadful because I haven't stopped that and I haven't noticed that, and it's awful. So I did have a few birds inside still. I still have my Chinese painted quail, I've got 2 cockatiels, and I've got a couple of budgies that I was going to put out last winter, and they didn't respond to the cold very well, so I've got them inside as well. So I took the 3 remaining budgies inside, so they are now safe and secure. And now the reason I think the reason I know there are rats is because I have seen rats since. But also there is gnawing along the back side of the aviary. Now I thought that was because the budgies were gnawing through old wood, and so I've been sticking mesh over it, not wanting to repair it because, you know, come next year we're moving anyway, so I didn't want to have to buy new aviary panels when I'm going to be buying them next year anyway. So I've been repairing this gnawing wood, and then so I thought it might be that, but then I actually did see a rat last night. And if we go over here, I was in this bed yesterday just trimming some of the herbaceous perennials back, and let's pop over the top of here and look at that. massive, massive hole. And all of this earth here, all of this earth has been dug out. So there is a massive rat's nest down here. So my friend is in the pest control business, so he is going to come and have a look. They don't seem to have attacked any other things. I know they are vicious, and they could potentially attack chickens and small bantams and chicks. So we need to get on top of this problem pronto. So that is a massive word of warning to any of you guys that have got small chicks out there who have got aviaries. Just keep an eye out for rodents. They can do a devastating amount of damage in a very short space of time. As I say, I have lost 30 birds in 4 days. There may be many rats, there may be only a couple of rats. But especially in winter time when the food is scarce, they're going to eat what they can get. They're omnivores. They're not going to necessarily just stick to the seed or grains. They're going to go for meat if they can, as they have in this case. So I'm not going to restock. I'm going to keep my budgies inside where they're safe, and I'm going to try and eradicate this rat problem. And then I'm not going, as I say, I'm not going to restock until we move. And I've got a new aviary, and I'm going to chalk this up to experience. I'm going to keep a closer eye on things. And as I say, please, I hope you guys can learn from my mistake, because it's not a nice mistake to make, and you feel dreadful. Well, it is not all doom and gloom. I do feel dreadful about those birds, and it's definitely an experience that I will remember and learn from going forwards, and I hope what's happened here will help maybe some of you guys as well. But we are heading into, well, we're in autumn, and we've got some beautiful autumn colour, and we're trying to make the rabbits still. The chickens are all molting into lovely fresh new feathers, which is great. And because we're heading into winter, a company called Mars Hydro have also sent me a new Growlight system, so I can try extending that crop harvesting through the winter as well. So I'm going to open the box up now. We're going to take a look what's inside, and then over the coming weeks I'll give you updates on what I'm growing, where I'm growing them, and how they're doing. So this is our box here, and I'm going to probably put it here. This freezer is my husband's taxidermy freezer, which has just got well, basically dead animals in that he wants to do taxidermy on in the future. So we don't need access to this freezer regularly. So I think we're going to put the grow light here. We're going to hook it into the ceiling, hang it down, and then just put trays underneath, and then I can heighten or lower the system as and when I need. So let's take a look inside. So I have been looking for a new kind of grow light system, and I know that you can just buy regular tubular lights, but this company offer the full spectrum. I think they're like the red and the blue lights on their system. So they actually give you the rope ratchet and light hanger system. So that's quite good that you've actually got those with them, so you don't have to think about how you're going to attach it. I don't quite know how I'm going to attach it to the ceiling, but I might put some hooks up there, so that's that. And actually I think that's what there is. There's that, and then there's your little instructions, your warranty. So it's Mars Hydro, grow on Earth, grow with Mars. That's quite cute, especially because I'm a bit of a space geek. And then this is the light itself. So there we go. Let's see if I can take these off. So these come in a couple of sizes. I think this is the middle size. There's some nice branding, little planet. And then this, so here you've got your different lights. your different spectrum lights. And I'm going to turn it on, see how that looks. Here's our little Mars Hydro, and I've turned it on, and you can see how bright that is. I don't want to blind anybody, so I'm going to just tip it that way. But that is very, very bright. And it's got the full spectrum for perfect plant growing. You can see how bright it is just if I hold it there. It's really cute. It's a good size actually for home growing. If you want to just, you can imagine that over a work surface. You can fit that into a living room anywhere. So it's actually really, really nice size. I'm going to put the link in the description below so you can check it out on Amazon. And also you can look at the Mars Hydro website if you want to check this kind of growing system out for yourself. I don't know whether you can see, but you can see the reflection here on the freezer. You can see the different coloured lights so that you've got the full spectrum there. It's hard to pick up, but there are different colour. If I can get it in focus. There you go, you can see the different colour lights that it's offering your plant growth. So yeah, it's a nice little thing. So I'm going to put this to work. As I say, I'm going to put it up in this corner and then hang it from up here. I might have to add some string so that it ratchets close enough down. I'm going to put some seeds and maybe a few cuttings in there as well to try and get some good root growth on them. You'll want to get a timer because you don't want this on full time, so you want to get a timer switch so that they have hours of daylight and darkness. But I'm excited to get it to use. So thank you for stopping by, watching the video, and kind of following me on the ups and downs of life and homesteading. And as I say, smallholding, homesteading, there are always ups and downs. So I feel awful about those birds, as I've said numerous times already. That's such a load, but a learning experience. But now this new Mars Hydro Growlight system also is kind of an up. It gives me some hope that I'm going to have some nice salads and stuff to eat through the winter. I can grow on some cuttings as well for the farm next year. So positives and negatives. So thank you for tuning in. If you've liked the video, please hit the thumbs up. If you've got any questions, please ask them in the comments. I'll do my best to respond. And also hit that thumbs up and subscribe button if you want to follow the journey. If you're on Facebook, come over and join us at Brimwood Farm Community Group. But for now, I'm going to go and rig this light up on its ratchet system to try and get it hanging properly. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.